So this is CPM Precalculus, Chapter 1, Number 61, Part A. So in all these, we're asked to find the point-slope form of the line that, has a slope 3/5. In Part A, it says has a slope of 3/5 and pass through the point 10, -3. So what is the point-slope formula? Well, this one should be in your head and memorize it now, or know how to derive it every time like we did previously in chapter 1 number 57. And so this one should just be memorized. Basically, this should be very familiar with you because we're going to use it a lot and you've used it in the past. Okay, so this is the point slope form, or it could be y equals m times x minus x1 plus y1, right? If we add y1 to both sides, it's drawn on the left and it appears on the right. Okay, so part A asks us to find this point slope form for the line with slope 3/5 and goes to pass through the point 10, -3. So this is our slope and this is our point x1, y1, right? So we just plug in and substitute y1, x1, and m. So we have y minus y1, which is -3, equals to m 3/5 times x minus x1, which is 10. Okay, to simplify this a little bit, we know y minus a -3 is y plus 3 equals 3/5 x minus 10. Okay, and this is the answer to part A. Part B says now we're asked the same question, find the point slope form of the line that has a slope of 2.85 and passes through the point 6.1, 7.3. Okay, so this, again, we're given the slope and we're given the point, so it's x1, y1, right? And we just substitute in our y1, x1, and m. So we're left with y minus y1, which is 7.3, equals to our slope 2.85 times x minus x1, which is 6.1. Okay, we don't have to do any simplifications because we're done there. And that's the equation of the line that passes through this point and has this slope. Okay, part C. Part C says passes through the point 4, 8 and 15, 21. Okay, so now can we just immediately jump in and get the point slope form of this line? No, but yes. Okay, so we have 2 points now. So this was kind of like our x1, y1, and then this would be our x2, y2, right? Or like I said in the past, you can choose this to be point 1 and this to point 2. It doesn't matter. But if you say this is 1, then this is 2, and you stick with that. You could have done it in reverse. That's fine. You get the same answer. So now we need the slope, right? We have an x1, y1, but we don't have the slope. So what is the slope? Well, we know the slope is just the change in y over the change in x, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So y2 is 21, y1 is 8, x2 is 15, x1 is 4. So 21 minus 8 is just 13. 15 minus 4 is 11. Okay, so now we have our slope, right? We need a slope and a point for our point slope form. So then we have a slope and we have a point. You can choose to use this point. It doesn't matter anymore, like that this is number 1 and this is number 2 that we use just to find the slope. So now we can go back and say this is point number 1 and this is the slope, or this is point number 1 and this is the slope. No matter which way you choose, it's going to be the same line. It's going to have the same, exactly be the same line. Okay, so I'm just gonna, since we called this number 1, I'm just gonna stick with that. So it's y minus y1, which is 8, equals our slope, which is 13 divided by 11, times x minus x1, which is 4. Okay, and there you have the point-slope form of the line that passes through these 2 points. Finally, we're asked to, okay, now I'm going to get some more room. Okay, we're asked in part D, we're given 2 points. It's given 4.3, comma 6.24, and 5.1, comma 9.78. Okay, so these decimals and fractions should not be scary because we have calculators and we kind of can see like how to make a fraction into a decimal and vice versa. And if we don't, we have our calculator. So we have 2 points, and again we need a point and a slope, right? A point and a slope. So let's choose one to be 0.1 and one to be 0.2. So that's our x1, y1, and this is our x2, y2, right? And our slope now is going to be changing x, which is y2 minus y1, divided by x2 minus x1. y2 is 9.78, y1 is 6.24, x2 is 5.1, x1 is 4.3. Okay, so what is that? Well, we can use a calculator and say 9.78 minus 6.24. We get 3.54. So over here on the top, we get 3.54. And then we do the denominator, we have 5.1 minus 4.3, and we have 0.8. Okay, 0.8. So then we can just divide that. What's 3.54 divided by 0.8? It's 4.425. Okay, we're not approximating at all because we have exactly that many digits, 4 points, and what was it? 4.425. So we have the slope now, and we have a point. Again, now we can choose either one of these points with this slope, and we're going to always have the same line. Okay, so y minus y1, 6.24. Again, I'm using just our point slope form, equals to our slope, which is 4.425 times x minus x1, which is 4.3. Okay, and that's the point slope form of the line that passes through these 2 points. Alright, so this ends chapter 1 of CPM Precalculus number 61.